When your cat lifts, flicks, or wraps their tail around you, do you actually know what that means? Yes, it can look simple, but behind that little movement, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do, and if you ignore it, which most owners do, you might miss what they're trying to tell you about trust, boundaries, and how safe they feel with you. Let's start with what your cat's tail language really means. 1. It's not just motion. It's meaning. Have you ever noticed your cat greet you with their tail up one moment, then start flicking or lashing it the next while you're petting them? Most people think a tail is just background movement, or worse, they assume a wagging tail means the same thing it does in a dog. Here's what's actually happening. Your cat's tail is one of their clearest emotional signals. A loose upright tail often means confidence or friendly intent. A tail lashing side to side can mean irritation or rising tension. A tucked tail can signal fear. So the tail is not random movement. It is part of your cat's running commentary on what they feel right now. Here's why this matters. You think your cat is just moving, but actually your cat may be warning you, welcoming you, or trying to stay regulated. Think about that for a second. A lot of owners miss the moment when a cat goes from "I'm okay" to "please stop." And that misunderstanding can strain trust long before a hiss or scratch ever happens. 2. Your cat's tail is talking before their mouth ever does. Have you ever wondered why your cat can look calm, say nothing, and still somehow communicate so much? Most people assume you only really know how a cat feels when they purr, meow, or hiss. Here's what most people don't realize. Researchers who study feline visual signals have found that tail position works together with ears and body posture to communicate social intent. A 2021 analysis of cat visual signals looks specifically at tail and ear combinations, and feline-friendly handling guidelines also note that tail movement is one of the best early clues to a cat's emotional state. That means your cat is often telling you how safe, social, or overwhelmed they feel before they make a sound. Here's why this matters. If you learn your cat's tail language, you stop guessing. You stop waiting for the obvious signs. And here's where it gets even more powerful. A tail tip twitch while staring out the window can mean focused hunting energy. A hard swish during petting can mean your cat is getting overstimulated. So the tail is not just expression. It is early access to your cat's nervous system. 3. Sometimes that tail is making you part of their world. Have you ever had your cat walk up, rub against your leg, and curl their tail around you? Most people think that is just affection in a vague, fuzzy sense. Here's what's actually happening. When cats greet in a friendly way, they often approach with the tail held upright. Reviews of cat-human communication note that a vertical tail without puffing is a friendly signal, and VCA guidance says tail wrapping around your leg or arm during greeting is a sign of affection. A quivering upright tail can also show excitement, and in some contexts mark it. In other words, your cat is not just near you. They are socially and sometimes chemically including you in their space. Here's why this matters. Your cat may be doing more than saying hello. They may be saying, "You are safe. You are familiar. You belong in my world." Think about that for a second. What makes this even more meaningful is that cats tend to mark and return to what matters to them most. So when their tail rises, quivers, or loops around you during a greeting, that can be a very feline kind of closeness. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. 4. This signal starts earlier than most owners realize. Have you ever wondered why the upright tail feels so warm, so direct, so socially clear? Most owners think it is just a cute adult habit. Here's what's actually happening. Recognized greeting behavior in kittens toward their mother includes the tail-up posture, often followed by rubbing. Social reviews of domestic cats also describe tail-up as a friendly approach signal among familiar cats, so one of the tail signals you see at home today may come from one of the oldest social patterns your cat has. Here's why this matters. That tail-up greeting is not small. It is old. It is primal, and it survived into your relationship with your cat. So the next time your cat walks towards you with that relaxed upright tail, remember, you may be seeing an ancient social signal that your cat now uses for you. 5. They don't show every tail signal to everyone. Have you ever noticed your cat may hold their tail one way with you and a very different way with strangers? This is where most owners get it wrong. They think tail language is just mood, but actually, it is relationship. A 2013 study showed that cats can recognize their owners by voice. Reviews of cat-human communication also show that cats use distinct affiliative signals with familiar social partners. That means when your cat approaches you with a high relaxed tail, loops it around your leg, or gives you a soft quiver at the sight of you, that may not be how they greet just anyone. Here's why this matters. Your cat's tail is not only revealing emotion, it may also be revealing who you are to them. Think about that for a second. A relaxed upright tail can mean, I know you. A wrapped tail can mean, I'm close to you. A swishing tail can mean, please respect my boundary. That is not generic behavior, that is selective communication. 6. This is what most owners never realize. Your cat's tail does not just tell you how they feel, it tells you whether you are welcome inside that feeling. Here's what's actually happening. When the tail is loose, upright, softly curved or wrapped around you, your cat is often allowing connection. When it stiffens, lashes, tucks, or puffs up, your cat is protecting space, regulating stress, or asking for distance. Remember earlier when I said tail language changes everything? This is what I was talking about. The tail is often the line between trust and overload. Here's why this matters. Because once you understand the tail, you stop making your cat work harder to be understood. You respond earlier, you protect the bond more gently, and that changes the whole relationship. That is not just body language, that is your cat telling you, in real time, whether they feel safe enough to stay open with you. 7. If your cat's tail language suddenly changes, listen. What if your cat used to greet you with a high tail but now keeps it low, tucked, or whipping more often? Don't panic, but don't ignore it. Veterinarian handling guidance warns that tail position, body posture, and changes in body language can signal anxiety, fear, overstimulation, and sometimes discomfort or illness. So if your cat's tail language shifts suddenly and stays that way, especially along with hiding, avoiding touch, or acting less social, pay attention. Here's why this matters. Because sometimes the tail changes before the rest of the behavior makes sense. So do not force affection through a lashing tail. Do not assume a tucked tail is just attitude. Notice the pattern. Respect the signal. And if the change persists, talk to your vet. Don't ignore it. So when your cat talks with their tail, what are they really trying to say? Sometimes they are saying they feel safe. Sometimes they are saying they need space. Sometimes they are telling you that you, specifically, are part of their trusted world. That's not just body language, that's communication. That's not just a tail movement. That's your cat showing you whether they feel open, guarded, affectionate, or overwhelmed. And that little tail signal, subtle as it looks, was never small to them.